Hi, I'm عتاب and this is English lecture from the platform of Al-Mustafa University College for second grade. We will take though, although, even though, despite and in spite of. What's the difference between though, although, even though, and despite, in spite of? Very simple. First, let's start with these three: though, although, and even though. We will need a clause. What is a clause? A clause is any group of words that has a subject and a verb. These words are used to show contrast. What does mean that? That means within that one sentence you have contrasting ideas like positive and negative. For example, although Angel worked hard, she failed her exams. Another example, though it was cold, Katie only wore a t-shirt. We have two sentences, but they have contrasting ideas. It was cold, but wore a t-shirt. Okay. Where to use them? Where to use them? Although, even though, and though go in front of a clause. They can go at the beginning or middle of a sentence. We can use although, though, and even though in front of a clause, and we can see it in the beginning or middle of a sentence. Like, though it was cold, Katie only wore a t-shirt. Katie only wore a t-shirt though it was cold. In these sentences, we see though in the beginning of sentence, and we see though in the middle of sentence. Now we will talk about despite and in spite of. Despite and in spite of, these are prepositions and they use a phrase. Okay, and what is a phrase? Is also a group of words, but it doesn't need to have a subject in a verb. It can have a noun, or it can have a verb, or it could have neither. But usually it has at least one or a gerund. For example, despite smoking 40 cigarettes a day, my grandfather lived to 100 years. Where we can see them, they go in front of nouns or gerunds. They can also go at the beginning or middle of sentences. For example, in spite of the terrible weather, they had a nice holiday. The same example I can use in spite of in the beginning, and I can use it in the middle. They had a nice holiday in spite of the terrible weather. Okay, that's enough today. Thank you very much.